Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So it's week 15 and it's no secret at all. This game is huge, right? Jets fans all across the world will tell you the same thing. It is huge. It's imperative that the Jets win. Okay, it's in the middle of the playoff race. The Jets cannot go on a 3-game losing skid. And now we're dependent on what's happening with the New England Patriots, with the LA Chargers, the Miami Dolphins as well. It's not really a favorable position, right? I don't like being in this position. So in order to kind of flip the script, the Jets, of course, have to take care of business on Sunday and handle their end. The 6-7 Detroit Lions are traveling to MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets here. And what's interesting about this Lions team, they started out 2-6. Now they're 6-7. They've won 5 out of their last 6 games. In other words, they're on fire. Okay, their offense has been unbelievable. It's top 5 in numerous categories. We could break it down. They're 5th in the NFL in points per game at 26.8, 4th in yards per game at 376. First, actually, in football, in the red zone, 75% of the time they're scoring a touchdown when they get to the red zone. That is crazy. And then, of course, touchdowns per game, averaging 3.2, which is 4th in the NFL. Now, the offense has talent. The new offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, has done a great job calling plays, really putting guys in positions to have success. St. Brown, Chark, Jameson Williams, who else? Josh Reynolds. And, of course, this offensive line has been incredible for Detroit, right? They're protecting Goff. I believe they're 4th in the NFL in sacks allowed. They just do their thing, man. Like, that offensive line is top notch. So the defense has their work cut out for them for sure, but here's the ironic part. When we take a look at the Lions defense, it's actually completely different from the offense. They are literally bottom 5 in pretty much all of those same categories that we talked about for the offense, points and everything like that. They struggle big time to keep opposing offenses out of the end zone. They continuously let offenses rack up yards on them, and it's really the tale of two different sides here. It's crazy to watch this Lions team. I feel like every game is like a nail biter. Every game is like close in the fourth quarter. It's exciting, but if you're a diehard Lions fan, I could understand the nerves that go into watching the team. They did fire Aubrey Pleasant earlier on in the season. They have looked a little bit better defensively as of late, against the Giants this past week, against the Minnesota Vikings. Like, the defense, it doesn't look as bad as it initially started out, but to me, it's definitely still the weaker spot to the team. Now, what can this Jets offense do to have success against this Lions defense? I really want the Jets to, assuming Mike White is 100% healthy and we can just run the offense normally, I think it's really smart to just go into it not being one-dimensional, not having Mike White drop back and throw it a million times. We've seen that a couple times here where the backup, where I don't know what it is, right? With Mike LaFleur and backup quarterbacks, whether it's Joe Flacco early on in the season or Mike White recently, we are throwing the football a ton, 40 attempts, 50 attempts, right? Of course, I still want the Jets to throw the football, but I want to see Mike White's attempt numbers to be anywhere from like 25 to 32 as opposed to like 47 to 53, because I think, again, when it just becomes so one-dimensional like that, you open up the risk of the Lions knowing exactly what you're doing, Mike White taking, unnecessary shots here, the risk of turning the football over with INTs and, even incompletions, just the constant clock stoppages. You can't really get into rhythm. You can't control the ball when the ball is constantly hitting the turf. So I really want the Jets to kind of rely on the running game here, not so much 60-40 one way or another, but really just a 50-50 approach. Keep Detroit off balance. Keep them thinking, right? Limit Aiden Hutchinson's presence in the backfield. I look at this running back room, I feel like it is underutilized, especially over these past couple of weeks. Bam Knight has really burst out onto the scene. I would love to keep feeding him the football. I've been totally impressed with what Bam has shown. James Robinson was acquired by this Jets team. Let's use him. Let's give him the football. Michael Carter, still a really good young back. I know he fumbled last week, which kind of, hurt the Jets' chances in the end, but still a productive player, still can be a productive player in the league. I want to get these guys involved, right? So a well-balanced approach, 50-50, running the ball, passing the ball, distribute tight ends, wide receivers, running backs out of the backfield. Keep Detroit on their heels. Don't make their job easier. Sorry about the thunder and lightning. Don't make their job easier by pretty much, telling the Lions what they're going to do when Mike White comes out and throws it 12-15 times, and there's 5 minutes left in the first quarter. I just don't think that's a smart idea when going up against a struggling unit. Now, when we take a look at the Jets' defense going up against this Lions O, I think there's really one huge key, a major component in overall success for this defense: getting after Jared Goff. Getting after Jared Goff, sacking him, hitting him, making him feel uncomfortable. Say what you want about Jared. I know people joke about his career. He takes a lot of heat online. People constantly take shots at him, right, left and right. Frankly, to me, I feel like it's undeserved. I really do. I like Goff. I do. I think he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's elite. I'm not saying he's one of the best in football, but I mean, when you take a look at Goff from the eye test, when you watch the Lions games, he looks like he's in command. Is he perfect? No. He passes the numbers test, over 3,300 passing yards, above a 2-to-1 TD to INT ratio, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and he's also a leader. He's been a great job just leading this Lions organization, leading this Lions offense. So from the Jets' perspective, you have to make him feel uncomfortable. You have to bring him to the ground. The Jets have done a pretty good job with that, right? Quinnen Williams, all-pro season. Carl Lawson, Bryce Huff is stepping up. We got Jermaine Johnson off the bench. The Jets have talent. The Jets have guys to get in the backfield, to disrupt plays, to really bring him down and end plays early. That's the beauty of sacking the quarterback, right? It's just, you're pretty much just cutting off the head of the snake. Nobody can make an impact if the quarterback is laying down. Nobody can make an impact if the quarterback is scared to step up in the pocket, if he's breaking out of clean pockets, ruining plays. That's the impact that physical defenses could have on opposing offenses. And one major flaw that Jared Goff has: lack of mobility. He's not a complete statue back there, but he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Kyler Murray. He's not, Aaron Rodgers, right? He's not a guy to extend plays a ton. You can get in the backfield. If you collapse the pocket on him, you can get after him. Okay, but again, it's going to be a big test with this Lions offensive line. They are really good, really stout, both in the pass game and in the running game. So I'll leave it there. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are you kind of expecting? What are you hoping for from this game? And as always, go Jets.